Are these two habits secretly destroying your mindset and sabotaging you without you realizing it? I'll share with you those two destroyees, sabotageurs, and I'll give you some easy to remember strategies to neutralize and flip it around for the better. Welcome to Mindfulness Monday, here to give you an empowering start for your week in a quick, impactful, and enjoyable way. Now let's dive in. And if you can relate to any of these habits, give a thumbs up. Number one, our words are powerful. It is said death and life are in the power of the tongue, and how we can use words to either empower us or disempower. Now, have you figured out habit number one yet? Habit number one, negative self talk. Putting yourself down, calling yourself names, speaking out doubts to your abilities. Hey, and I get it. When you're a child and you happen to have been spoken to that way by somebody who had those mind viruses, it tends to carry with you into adulthood. Ask me how I know. I'm going to take you back here a little bit. I was a kid on Christmas and had been told by my mother how she wished I was never born. That could leave a pretty big imprint on a kid. And let me preface, if you allow it. And I don't share this with you for you to feel bad. Honestly, it is okay. I share this with you to let you know this stuff is overcomable despite of having a challenging childhood. And now how to neutralize and flip that around for the better. We're going to use some R&R. So that's going to be, and it's not the rest and relaxation. That's going to be recognize and think, replace. Recognize, realize you're in that negative self talk, and then think it. Yep, I said think it. And then you're going to replace that negative self talk into something more empowering. And a quick bonus hack for you here. Now, tomorrow, if you so choose, keep track of how many times that negative talk happens. Then, for the next 7 days, use the R&R, and then on the 8th day, see how many times that negative self-talk happens. So this is a way to track your progress. And even if it's one less, that is huge, no matter what number you are at. Now, the second habit. Have you heard of if you argue for your limitations, you can keep them? Or you probably recognize better if you fight for your limitations, you can keep them. The first one was by an English writer in the 1920s to 1960s, and the other one is Jim Quick. Now, I'm going to throw mine in there. Why not? If you accept your limitations, you get to keep them. Now, have you figured out habit number two? Self limiting belief. These are stories, fantasies that you've made up in your head, thinking how you can't do something or you're not good enough to do a certain thing. It's just a story or a fantasy. And realize these stories, fantasies can then trigger the negative self talk. So, how do you neutralize and flip this around for the better? Yep, we're going to use that R&R again. You're going to realize, recognize that you are telling yourself a story, a fantasy, and then think it and replace. And what you're going to replace this with is untrained. So instead of this, I can't, I'm not good enough, I am untrained. And then you fill in the blank, putting yourself in a more empowering mindset. Now, keep empowering that mindset. And if you happen to be looking for other ways how to outsmart negativity in a fun way, go ahead and check out this video next.